We note a number of points that have been raised by several distinguished shareholders today. There are some specific ones that we must respond to. The first one is on the issue of 24 billion naira trapped with the central bank. Let me assure the shareholders that 24 billion naira is not trapped. This is the cash reserve requirement. It's a regulatory requirement. It moved from, it used to be 2%. It moved from 2 to 8%. That's why the figure is high. Even though it's interest-free, but we're still engaging the CBN to see if they can pay some interest on this huge figure. The point on agri is noted, and I'm happy to confirm that we have an agri department that is growing from strength to strength. Our agri portfolio is almost 2% of our loan book, and we intend to grow it to 5%. And we are ensuring that proper due diligence is done before we book all these agri loans. Also, on the issue of 0.3% of our balance sheet going to AMCON is a regulatory requirement, and it applies to all the banks in Nigeria. So there is really nothing we can do about this. On the number of directors, I can confirm that we have 13 directors. And if any mistake was made, we apologize for that. The point of donation is noted. On the issue of exceptional income and extraordinary income, we were given a choice to do HoldCo or to do pure commercial banking. National commercial banking is what we opted for. We held an extraordinary general meeting where that decision was taken. So to that extent, we must dispose of the subsidiaries. And I think we had a good deal. This exercise was transparently done by professionals, and we made some money from the disposal, and that is the 2 billion we've all been talking about. But we recognize the fact that we must make up for what we are losing from the disposal of subsidiaries. We must make up from within the bank, and we've mapped out strategies to ensure that the losses do not impact us negatively. One of our distinguished shareholders asked me to speak to the issue of first quarter result. I'm happy to say that we posted 1.5 billion in the first quarter without any subsidiary. Now, if you are to project based on that 1.5, it means we will match what we have done in 2011. So, secondly, there are some businesses being done by some of these subsidiaries that will actually come to the bank. But there are some that cannot be done in the bank. For instance, the investment banking thing, having mutual fund, etc. Unless you have an investment banking license, as a pure commercial bank, you will not be allowed to do all this. So we will have a corporate finance department that will do permissible activities within the commercial bank framework. We know the point of corporate banking, and I can assure you that our corporate banking business is going from strength to strength. We now have the likes of Glow and Corn Oil on our books, and we are having more by the day. So by this time next year, corporate banking will be doing more. We agree with you on that point. On SMICE, the small and medium-scale enterprises, you recall that most of these enterprises, we were forced by regulation to invest in them. We didn't have the skill, we didn't know what they were doing, and we knew from day one that most of them will not be able to survive because we know the state of manufacturing in Nigeria, we know the state of infrastructure in Nigeria. So seeing a write-down shouldn't be a surprise. The good thing is that that regulation is no longer there. We are no longer under an obligation to invest in areas where we know very little. on the point of educating Nigerians on cashless Lagos, I can say confidently that we've been very involved. The head of e-business has been on Channels Television several times explaining the cashless policy to Nigerians. He has also conducted seminars and is in high demand because we have all sorts of electronic products that would make it easy for people to move money without necessarily carrying cash. And we need to reach out more to our shareholders to sell these products, and we will do so. I think other than these specific questions, all the others are comments, and we have noted all the comments. I must thank you, and once again I apologize to shareholders who didn't have an opportunity to speak. We will engage you after the meeting. Thank you very much.